everybody, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. We are here in Sherlock's apartment. Oh, there's Watson. Got a letter. What's the letter say? The Strand. The grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey, known in private as Black Peter, has been resolved. The evidence that Scotland Yard received from a trustworthy source was more than sufficient to conclude that the murder of Peter Carey was Patrick Cairns, one of Carey's former harpooners. In fact, the dangerous criminal was caught single-handedly by the brave Inspector Lestrade in a hand-to-hand fight. Patrick Cairns is now sentenced to death. Not quite sure that's how it went down. Yeah, okay. There's Toby.
For the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
I love the fact that his dog's called Toby. It's just very appropriate. I don't feel like we need to necessarily do anything around here. Telescope. Yeah, okay, still the weird looking lady. Very strange. Okay. Did I ever look what's in here? Door to Watson's room. Oh yeah, we did actually go into Watson's room. It's quite boring. Okay, so if you remember last time, sorry, there's a plane going overhead. You won't be able to hear. It always happens when I record. Never hasn't happened for the last like 2 hours. Last time, then we learned that there's been a murder at some Roman baths at Strand Lane. Yeah. And we have to go there and meet Lestrade, I guess. So let's go do it. Last time we of course solved the murder of the I guess it was murder, but the mystery of the vanishing train. On there. Now we're back to a good old-fashioned Cockney murder. Yay! Let's go. Let's see what these guys got to say for themselves, shall we? Looks very posh, doesn't it?
What a beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be
Mr.
waiting
Holmes.
for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow.
I think it's Blinkhorn.
Right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
I think it's Blinkhorn.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
How did he know? Did we just... I swear we just looked over and we saw ourselves. That was weird. Okay. Let's have a little talk with Mr. Phillips. See what he's got to say for himself.
Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Let's check him out first. Light wrinkles. Fastidious. What the hell does that mean? Sneak back his collar there. Starched collar. But that's not coming up. That's just maybe like a bonus thing. Shiny buttons. Okay, this guy, Manchester City. Or is he a football fan? Telegram sent today. Can't we? Oh, there we go. does he work that out?
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police.
Okay.
One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Phillips is from Manchester. He takes care of both himself and the establishment where he works, and he is seen as a good employee. He went out this morning to send a telegram, probably to his hometown. Alan Phillips. Okay.
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
What's this way?
Frigidarium.
What the hell's a frigidarium?
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Maybe I want to look in the frigidarium, policeman. I'm Sherlock Holmes, I'll do what I want. Okay. This place is exceptionally fancy, isn't it?
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects. Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Okay. No oil lamp there. Champagne bottle.
Champagne for a special occasion.
Okay.
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Interesting. Interesting. Who wanted champagne after the steam session? I wonder. Aha. I guess we have the three suspects here. And a rather dead body.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Yes, of course, because we came in and Holmes had taken some poison, and Watson had to give him the antidote. There you go, let's have a look at the
There was
face.
only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
Okay,
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
interesting.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Okay, so that maybe help us to...
Death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
So we need to examine, okay.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering,
Alright,
Holmes,
Mr. Holmes.
it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
Okay, so that's the 3 suspects, I guess. Is there anything else? Come on. Yes, there was.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street. This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Do you think it's the key to the door? Interesting. Okay, right, well, I guess we go left to right, don't we?
It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
Can we talk to him now about the blood?
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
You're kind of a murder suspect.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Okay. Let's have a look around elsewhere, shall we?
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Okay, maybe we should turn the steam off then. Is there some particular reason why we have the steam on? There's something there. Oh, that's the steam switch. Mind you, that steam comes on and goes off very quickly, doesn't it? You know, glasses.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
Okay.
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Okay, need something to pick that up. Take it, we don't have what we currently need to pick up that metal. Maybe I could use a Watson to pick it up. Watson, old fellow, do me a favour, just go pick up that melted metal, would you? Doesn't matter if your hands are slightly cold. But there's only 3 sets of clothes here. There should be 4, right? Oh.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Please wait. I need to do something first.
Yeah, I haven't quite exhausted all possibilities yet. Okay. Rodney Benchcliffe.
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
If it's a workshop, we'll definitely find something to pick up the. There you go, got some tongs here. I'll take those.
Tongs.
Yes, please.
Tools used by archaeologists for research.
Okay. Let's have a look at this table. A document. Interesting. This metal plate, besides its archaeological interest, appears to be the part of something larger. At the present moment, I'm unable to determine exactly what that might be.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Okay. Dear friend, I wish to organise a press conference at the Strand Lane Bath next month, 1893. It was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt. Oh, sorry, for next month. 1893 was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt, but now it's time to set my focus upon English archaeology, to shine the light on our national treasures and reveal them to the public. I'd like to see as many journalists as possible in attendance to record this event and record it favourably if we treat them well enough. I should like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore and use the special funds of the Royal Archaeological Institute for this event. Sir Rodney Bencliffe. There are few among us who could claim any degree of unfamiliarity with the name of Sir Rodney Bencliffe. He is a gentleman who possesses the wealth, notoriety and vigour to well match the finest of his ilk abound in England. His intellect is equal to his charms, as has often been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy. He holds powerful connection within the Lord's Chamber and carries influence inside the political world. There are those who would call him unforgiving, authoritarian. You would rather say that Sir Rodney is determined and ambitious. His presence at any archaeological site can only mean success for all concerned. Miraculous reopening for the Strand Lane Roman baths excavation research. The research efforts are about to be halted when a saviour arrived in the form of Sir Rodney Bencliffe. Sir Rodney has taken over immediate control of the excavation, claiming that the site holds the key to a great mystery. The pledge to update our readers with all of the exciting news as it develops. Okay, so this is also an archaeological dig site. That kind of makes sense, I guess.
Glass plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
Okay. So look at
A
these, I
glass
guess.
plate negative is missing.
Okay.
It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
So one is missing. Interesting. Interesting.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
That's of interest here. Oh, I just worked out. I just found the murder weapon, didn't I? Let's go this way. I know what it is. It's that lump of metal. It did form like a knife or something, and then someone melted it down on the brazier. Very clever. Very clever. Oh God. It wasn't me.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
Right, Watson.
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Okay. Anything else?
What should we do next, Holmes?
Next, we shall go and get that lump of metal. It's actually quite clever when you think about it. Like, they can't find a murder weapon because the guy melted it down. Also, why am I in first person all of a sudden? Oh God.
I should analyze this melted metal.
Why am I in first person? I like when I can see Sherlock. What did I do? Ah, there we go. Ah, I did not know there was even a first person, third person. Did not even know that. Okay, I think let's just try and talk to them again and just make sure that they're not going to say anything else.
I can't understand what happened.
If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be dressed properly first.
I don't want to stay here. Let us out, please.
Okay. He can take, Strahd can take them off now.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
None, Lestrade.
Okay. Gotta examine the belongings, I guess. Oh, we did examine the belongings. I hope we did anyway. Did we? Oh, they're at Scotland Yard to be examined. Okay. Such crimes in this area of the Strand Lane baths. Let's just turn on this, see if we can see anything now.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Okay, doesn't look like it. And anything over here? I don't think that actually helps you unless it specifically kind of tells you to do it. Yes, okay.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Policeman. Okay. I think seeing as actually let's see if we can talk to Phillips. Anything else? Oh, here we go.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
Left work, morning telegram.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Okay. Okay, So the crime scene's going to be... Right, I'm going to go back to our home first, I guess, and check out this metal. It's back to 221B Baker Street. It's quite an interesting case so far. I mean, they're all interesting actually. I've really enjoyed playing through this game. It was pretty much exactly what I hoped it would be. I'm probably going to play through the second game after this. Now that is a little bit different, so we'll see how we get on with that one. There's always a slight, like, judder. Oh, look at this. We've got to analyse everything. Dirt sample. Oh. There.
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Selenite.
Oh, there.
White clay particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to.
Okay. Oh, London white clay, purple. There's only one,
The
isn't there?
sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St Albans.
I've been to St Albans before, it's a nice place. Okay,
Let
blood
us
sample.
analyze this blood sample. This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface.
Okay.
I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I haven't used a pipette for many a year.
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
Interesting.
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us
pretty
compare
hot.
this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver.
Okay.
I must take a pipette.
Oh god, pipettes, yeah. Okay. Let's pipette that acid. Just random acid, doesn't matter what acid. Okay, yeah, it's the
The
same.
reaction is the same red stain. It is silver, Britannia silver quality.
Okay, interesting. Alright, yeah. Search the archives. Extensive Holmes archives.
That is not the one I need.
We're on history. Ancient
That is
Egypt.
not the one I need.
No. Okay. Oh, don't want newspapers. 1893. Bentcliffe's mummy. The great excavation at Assuan has taken over 3 years, so Rodney Bentcliffe directed the archaeological work. A mummy was found with an inoculated eye and posed in an unusual position. The right hand was tensed, as if reaching out for something or to someone. The mummy was burned upright. She had been named the Desperate Mummy due to her very particular characteristics. Hereby could be read in Latin, by the eye he was punished for what he saw he was not worthy. The mummy is believed to be Roman rather than Egyptian, as some symbols found in the tomb are common with Minoan mysteries. So somebody made him pose in that way when he died.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
Okay. Okay. Guess we're going to go to Scotland Yard now. Interrogate these suspects. See what they come up with. Let's go. Just see if there's anything interesting on the walls. Let's check out their belongings first. Okay, Pitkin's belongings.
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card.
Okay.
When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself. A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
Okay. Letter from Pitkin. Sir Gregory Pitkin, manager to Mr. Blink. Dear sir, the interests I represent require the situation of the past to be changed for the better. At the present time, the frigidarium and excavations remain under your direction, and yet the works have not progressed. You have failed to find anything of value, and you are unable to make the frigidarium accessible to the public. The frigidarium is a valuable asset in the recreation of the Roman baths experience. I urge you to complete your work within the next 2 months. You have this remaining time to conclude your archaeological research and to find yourself another workplace.
An ordinary pencil.
Interesting. So Blinkhorn was under pressure to get the frigidarium open, I guess. That's
This
the
ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room.
Okay.
An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel. I see the join. This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with silver.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question. An old and rather dirty coin. A hand-drawn map.
Take that. Holmes could just take possessions,
Rodney
apparently.
Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest. The last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from entering the room. But first, fetch me a pencil. To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces.
I see. Just gotta kind of colour it in, and then we get the back. It's quite good fun.
And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure that Watson won't mind if I use his.
Look at this. Very clever, Holmes. Today I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Interesting indeed.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
Oh, shut up,
I
policeman.
prefer to make them talk. Today I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
Oh, shut up.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Subject: Sir Rodney Bakery's A63. The right eyeball has been pierced and hilt by a curved blade knife. The blade cut through the orbital and the frontal bone, ripping apart the frontal lobe and the corpus callosum, after which BT's trajectory into the cerebellum caused hemorrhaged lesions. All of these injuries led directly to the death of the individual and the upper lobe of the right lung. There is an old injury filled with an amount of mucus and silated debris that may correspond to chronic infection by elements likely inhaled in a burial chamber, a decaying mummy, for example, or a dried and decomposing food product intended to accompany the deceased in their grave. The remainder of the body does not appear to be damaged. Okay. Let's look at some dialogue options. So we've searched all of those. We still haven't found the missing weapon. So I feel like maybe we missed something. But we can examine the body further.
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age. An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says.
Okay. I wonder which ones. Oh, this one and the I thought they'd go together. I think maybe we've got that there. Oh, I thought that might. Okay. Nothing else sticks up. We can rotate the body.
The bruising is in lines. Some light bruising, caused by a rope. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
Okay. Sir Rodney Bink's autopsy is complete.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Kind of want to find a murder weapon, but also
Locked.
let's have a look at what we got so far. Find a missing weapon that was used to kill Sir Rodney Banker. The suspects are ready for interrogation. Let's go back to the bath. I want to try and find this murder weapon first if I can. There's something to do with the steam in there as well, I'm sure. I still think it's a knife and they popped it into the brazier and it melted it. Something in there. Right. Anything of interest around here? Don't step in the blood, Holmes. Oh.
The grid cannot be removed. The weapon is nowhere to be found.
Okay. What if we turn the steam on? Let's have a look.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Keep thinking, oh, there's something over there. Evening. So we only have the handle. But nothing else, no. Doesn't look like it, does it? No, it's that grid. It's probably the one. Okay, maybe we'll go and interrogate the guys. I just don't want to miss something if we don't have a murder weapon, which is kind of an important factor in a case. I mean, we know what killed him, I guess. We know it was a knife. As I said, I think it's the melted metal in the brazier. So, I think, yeah, let's go out to Scotland Yard, do some interrogation. I mean, some interview. Not sure, even in Victorian times. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure in Victorian times you were allowed to brutally interrogate people. Considering they used to send kids up chimneys and stuff. Okay. Let's go. Now I know there's a first person. Just like switching around. So you want to? I think I want to talk to Mr. Blinkhorn
Please escort this suspect
about
for interrogation.
the fact that he was under some pressure to sort out
Good
the
day to you,
baths.
sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
Okay. Focused look, attentive. Rusty braces, shabby workwear, not wealthy. Okay. He's an archaeologist.
I'm an archaeologist, specializing
Told
in the
you.
Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him.
Interesting.
Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
How well were your researchers progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
I don't think so. Letter.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes, but since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
Okay.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Okay.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
I still think
What
it's
can you
him.
tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
I guess we gotta talk to Garrett.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Interesting.
A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
What is your occupation?
I am a councillor at the district chamber.
And what were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes, so many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
Interesting. Let's badly shaven, eye bags. Perspiration. Dirty clothes. Protective amulet, Amsahan, superstitious. Okay.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but oh.
Are you feeling unwell?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is I. I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear. No, nothing. I'm better now.
Okay, this guy's a little strange, isn't he?
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot. I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
You
Saw the knife.
What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Okay.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh. This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know.
This guy's exceptionally weird.
His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it. Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
It's not the murder weapon.
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that or he is a good actor.
So that isn't the murder weapon. My theory is wrong. No. Okay. Let's just chat to the 3rd guy first, I guess. Why can't we chat to the 3rd one? Oh, there he is. Who's that guy then? Some random locked up
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Mr. Pitkin.
Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
Oh, a doofus already. Okay, what do we got then? Mouth-shaped disdain. Yeah, I could have told you that, Sherlock, without but got a ring, signet ring, aristocratic roots, gold chain, cashmere waistcoat, man of wealth. Okay. Arrogant look is the last one. I can just about make it out. But I don't know where the thing is to activate it. There it is. There. Arrogant look.
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament, suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. Then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No, but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
I think we know that Garrow did
Did
that.
you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
Okay. Okay. Yes, that's one. Mortal secret. Where Sir Rodney was several days before his murder and uncover his precious secret. Okay. How are we to do that? We need to go back to Stroud Lane, I guess. fascinating though. Okay. I'm actually going to go first person. It's actually a bit easier, so... Okay, it's the murder weapon. As Gary said, he saw it fly through the air. Just wondering if there could be... just somewhere up above. Where was Gareth standing? He's standing over here. Maybe the murder weapon's near him. If he... Maybe not. Search the map. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We need to go to Baker Street. I still want to find this bloody murder weapon though. I mean, I am of course assuming it's in here, which might not be the case. Also, I think it's going to be probably a bit more clever than just, like, thrown somewhere. So the silver, I think, was Garrow who put that in there now to ward off, like, evil spirits, because he's a bit mental.
The grid cannot be removed.
Okay. Interesting, okay. Let's get a Baker Street. Unless we can do something about that rubble now. I don't think we can. Okay. Another plane going overhead. Watson. Out goes it. Back to Baker Street. To the map. Everybody to the map. So I quite like the fact that that matches that up with the casebook that you actually look through. That's pretty clever. The little tabs and things. Very cool. Okay, map.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly.
Okay. Right. God. Oh, they're there.
Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir Rodney's map.
St. Albans, eh? As I said, I've been to St. Albans a few times. Nice place. It's one of those places, I think, where it's called like a city, but in England there are certain things which can be, this is nice, classed as a city if it has a cathedral, even though it might not be that big. This guy's driving us around everywhere, isn't he?
This archaeological site has been abandoned. Why did Bentcliffe come here?
Can we not just... there we go. Now I want to go back to third person. Gives you a better view, I guess, of everywhere. Okay. Domio Hadriano.
This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city.
Followers of Mithras were covert, worshipping some conventional deities such as Juno or Neptune in their everyday lives. Mithras' temple was unusually found below the temples of other gods. Mithras followers often referred to their traditional deities to gain passage to Mithraeum. The example of Mithraeum and Deo in France is interesting. Mithraeum. Mithraic temples can be found in Rome, Ostia, Numidia, Dalmatia, Britain, and along the Rhine-Danube frontier, while some being somewhat less common in Egypt, Greece, Egypt, and Syria. Interesting. Okay. Cult mystery was a mysterious religion practiced within the Roman Empire from around the 1st to 4th century AD. The name of the Persian god Mithra, adapted by the Greeks Mithras, was linked with a new distinctive imagery. Worshippers of Mithras had a complex system of 7 grades of initiation, with ritualistic meals, initiatives meet in the underground temples called Mithraea that were retrained in large numbers. The iconic scenes of Mithra showed him as being born from a rock and slaughtered as a bull. Taurodoctony, whatever the heck that is. Knife used by Mithras for the Taurodoctony sacrifice to bull is originally a curved sacrificial blade of Persian origin. Its curve would be from 5 to 15 degrees. The name is derived from the Persian shamshir, which means sword. This radically curved sword family includes the shamshir, scimitar, talwar, geopua, and Mongol saber. The myth of the golden knife is the key to the Mithraic mysteries that some describe as equivalent to the Holy Grail. The golden knife carries the curse that will spill the blood of the unworthy who dare to touch it. Okay. So I think we kind of know what happened now. Some cultists, and the empty coconuts that they used to imitate the sound of hooves, another strange ritual for the old gods to keep the evil spirits away. Also do that Monty Python as well. The people, feeling that the dark eye was upon them, would melt their valuables in the fire. Sub-Saharan tribes burned fruits in the rich Roman family, spared no expense, melting silver or tin. It is not recorded if such valuable offerings were thrown away with ashes or if they were reused at a later date. Okay. Interesting. Okay, you can't look at any of this stuff apparently. Okay, what's going on down here then?
The Cyclops, a one-eyed creature helping Vulcan at the forge. Vulcan, the god of fire and metalworking.
Okay. What is going on over here? Let's do it in order. Area 3, there we go. It's Area 2, I guess. Area 2, the pits. Not a lot going on over here, is there? Guess not. Oh, no, something. There we go, the pit. I think that's where.
Excavating tools, a bucket, shovel, and brush.
Okay, we got ourselves a trowel.
don't need the ropes for now.
Oh. May need some ropes soon though, Holmes. Tablinum.
This railway is used to remove rubble from the site.
There's a little shed over here. Dismounted device.
This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. The gastrofets were used with ropes and hooks for sieges.
Tells me at some point we're going to have to put that back together. Dear Lord Blackmore, the manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pinkton, was quite a nuisance at the start when I arrived. After you stepped in, he became rather more helpful. Occasionally people of his rank are not well suited to a work of such great magnitude and lack the necessary vision. In a few weeks' time I hope to bring good news of the Strand Lane baths. I am on the verge of discovering a major archaeological artefact, one that might be used politically by a party to demonstrate the strength of our ancestors and fulfill the need to protect our empire for any present and future threats. Kind regards, Sir Rodney Pendercliffe. Calvin, Hobbes, and you consider yourselves as being so smart and funny. Calvin and Hobbes, I had a good laugh when you froze Miss Durkin's notes about the Arch of Hadrian in ice. However, our thesis exams are just ahead, and as you are so called brain of your improbable duo, I have to warn you that my gastrophetes model, the ancient Greek crossbow, and not a medical device to relieve constipated people as you might have thought, is not to be touched, or else I will have to inform Mr. Wormwood about everything you've done the past 2 years. P.S. I ate Hobbes' tuna sandwich, a spittle. Okay.
The gastrofets were used with ropes and hooks for sieges. This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city.
So many things to see.
It is a broken statue of a bull.
Okay.
It is a statue of Minerva.
Nerva, okay. Got round here.
Construction hooks. Construction hooks.
Objects of interest. Okay, something's going on. We need a grappling hook of some sort for something. Just not quite sure why yet. Okay, let's get down here.
This wall was covered with mud recently. What could be hidden here?
Use the trowel. There we go. Oh, the frigidarium. There's something there. Oh, the key. Sure, we got all of it.
I can see now.
I know you can.
Frigidarium. It is located at the Roman Baths in London. Someone took the time to hide the fresco, but what for? I need to visit this place.
Okay. So something's going on at the frigidarium. Something going on over here as well. Guess no.
The door has been left open. Someone did not care or was in haste.
This thing's making me think we have to shoot something over there. But for whatever reason, it's not quite activating. Oh, there's Neptune.
Neptune, the god of the sea.
Oh, okay. That's the excavation site completely searched. Okay. Yeah. We need to go back to Frigidarium. I'm sure we will come back here for something. Because there's those hooks, the rope, and the crossbow, and yeah, there's definitely something else there. For now, Watson, we're going to the Frigidarium. But I think actually, before we do that, I will finish this episode there. So thank you so much for watching. It's always been my pleasure. It's getting quite interesting.